In the small town of Maplewood, nestled between lush green hills and flowing rivers, lived a young boy named Oliver. He had fiery red hair and a heart full of wonder. Oliver was known throughout the town for his friendly nature. He waved at everyone, greeted every passerby, and always wore a smile that could brighten the gloomiest of days. But there was something peculiar about Oliver. He had a notebook worn around the edges, with the simple title "Be Kind." Inside, he wrote every little act of kindness he observed, filling its pages with stories of goodwill and compassion. Every Saturday, Oliver had a routine. He would visit Mr. Thompson, the old owner of the town's only antique shop. Mr. Thompson was a gruff man, often misunderstood by the townspeople. They saw him as grumpy and unsociable, but Oliver saw beyond that facade. He saw the loneliness in Mr. Thompson's eyes and the stories they held. So, Oliver made it his mission to visit him, rain or shine, with a fresh-baked muffin that his mother, Mrs. Firth, had so skillfully prepared. One chilly Saturday morning, as Oliver walked up to the shop, he found it closed with a small, barely noticeable sign, "Closed." Puzzled, he walked around back where he saw Mr. Thompson struggling with a heap of letters and parcels. They spilled from his shaking hands, threatening to collapse around him. Without thinking twice, Oliver leaped to action, catching an old, yellowing envelope before it hit the ground. "Thank you, Oliver," Mr. Thompson muttered, surprised. "No trouble at all, sir." Oliver responded brightly. "Are you okay, Mr. Thompson? Can I help you with anything else?" After a moment of hesitation, Mr. Thompson sighed. "It's just been a tough morning. My old friend who helps with letters has taken ill, and I'm all by myself today." "Then I'm your helper for the day," Oliver declared, his smile unfaltering. For hours, Oliver assisted Mr. Thompson sorting mail, polishing the old grandfather clock, listening to stories about the shop in its early days. Mr. Thompson shared how he once traveled across Europe collecting rare trinkets. As the day wound down, Mr. Thompson, now visibly more at ease, took a small, intricately carved wooden box from behind the counter. "This," he said, "is something I've had for years, waiting to find the right person to give it to. I think it's you, Oliver." Oliver's eyes widened in awe as he took the box. Inside lay a delicate bronze compass, the needle pointing true north, glinting in the soft afternoon light. "A compass, to guide you," Mr. Thompson explained. "Because you, Oliver, have a kind heart that guides others, including an old geezer like me." Tears welled up in Oliver's eyes. "Thank you, Mr. Thompson. But it's you who taught me today that kindness is a circle, it comes back to you when you least expect it." From that day on, Oliver's visits to Mr. Thompson became a cherished tradition. The townspeople noticed the change in the antique owner, who now had a smile almost as bright as Oliver's when they passed by. Oliver's notebook grew heavier with entries of kindness, both given and received. And the bronze compass, always secure in his pocket, became a symbol of the quiet strength that kindness brings. Oliver continued to remind everyone in Maplewood of the simplest yet most profound lesson, that the world is a better place when we choose to be kind.